This is for anyone who's confused, stressed out about choosing their career. And it's for anyone who wants to know what's the real truth about whether or not you should listen to your parents and do what they tell you to do or do what you want to do. Because what I fundamentally believe is that if you are in college, if you have a job, and that's truly the job you want, that's truly the career path that you're made for, you're not going to be anxious about whether or not you're making the right decision. If you still feel confused and you don't feel at ease with your career choice, with your choice of studies, that's because you are at a crossroads. Right now you've been following a path, and the reason you're stressed out is that right now you have two options. On one hand, for the last 20 years of your life, people around you, your parents, your teachers, and your friends have been telling you what life is, what life should look like, and what your future should look like. You can either follow that path and get to where other people want you to be. But if you don't do that, and if you don't want to do that, that's because you see there's a problem with that path. Or you can confront other people about the fact that you don't want to fucking listen to them and you want to do your own thing. When I was in college, I was always anxious, confused, and I suffered because no matter how I looked at my future in architecture, in history, in university, I couldn't see myself being happy 10 years from now, 10 years if I followed through that path, because I knew it would take me to a life I didn't want. The reason I was unhappy in college was because college was the path that was going to take me there, and I was kind of halfway there. If I kept going another year, another 2 years, I would have gotten to the same place which I didn't want to get, but people told me I should be going to. Getting a job, getting a house, getting a girlfriend, and all the classic Hollywood-like life that everybody pretends like they are happy in, but actually when you actually look at people, just look at the people around, like all the people who are going to their jobs in the morning, all the people who are going to school, just look at their faces. All these people who looked tired and looked kind of sad, this macabre facial expressions. And when you look at them in the traffic at the evenings, what you notice is that they're just fucking tired. Like that day of work just fucking drained them. And I didn't want to end up like that. And I knew that if I followed college, if I followed what people were telling me, that's exactly what would have happened to me. And so I listened to me. I decided to listen and really see deep down, what is the thing that I really want? What's my ideal life? And I realized that it wasn't that. My definition of success is waking up every morning knowing that I'm in charge. It's being able to wake up every morning not needing to have an alarm. It's being able to wake up every morning knowing that I don't owe anybody anything and I can do anything I want. So I realized I couldn't have that by just getting a job, getting a house, doing what everybody else fucking does. And maybe your definition of success isn't that. That was just my definition of success. Maybe your definition of success is that you want to be an artist, a musician, or a basketball player, and you just want to do, and that's just what you want to do every day. And if you really want to be a basketball player, this is your definition of success. If your definition of success is playing basketball all day, that's what you should be doing. You're at the crossroads right now. If you're hesitating between following that path and that path, if you're unhappy with the path you've chosen in life, and you're wondering whether or not you are making the good decision, it's because deep down, you know you're not following your passion. Deep down, you know you're not following your desires, you're following that of other people. And the moment I stopped listening to other people, that's when my life became just totally changed from the ground up. I left school and I went to online courses to learn how to become a web designer and do internet marketing. And in less than 6 months, I started making more money than all my friends who had their college degrees. And I could finally wake up every day happy and not stressed out about being forced to work without having to live for other people. Like, I've had people pay up to $85 an hour for my help, and the reason I could manage to get that good and could manage to work so hard is because I love what I do. And think about people who are really successful, like Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson, or Michael Dell, the guy who built Dell. What's really making them different? Like, they're all billionaires, and And what makes them really different from all other people is the fact that their name is Michael. Like, if your name is Michael, congratulations, you're going to be successful. If you're not, screw you. At some point in their life, Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan, Michael Dell, they were at a point where they had to choose their career, and they could have listened to their friends and people who were telling them, no, Michael Jordan, you shouldn't do basketball. Go to school, go get a real job. I don't know about you, but whenever I try to imagine Michael Jordan deciding to listen to other people and just let go of basketball and just go to school, become an accountant, and keep his job at Target and just pay his bills that way, I don't see him becoming an incredibly successful guy. I don't see him being as fulfilled. And all of these success stories basically happen because at some point these people had, just like you, to choose between doing what other people told them life should be like, but what they did is that they said no, and they decided to decide for themselves what their life would look like. If I listened to my parents, if I listened to everybody else, I wouldn't have built my business, I wouldn't be where I am. And I wouldn't be here to tell you about my story because I would probably not be fucking proud about my story. It would probably not be a story worth telling. And let me leave you with this. Just think about it. Like, if you want to, right now, like, the only person who can ultimately choose what you do is yourself. And right now you can choose what kind of life story you want to have. You can choose to have the life story of everybody else and just, when I knew I wanted to be a musician, I decided to listen to my parents, to go to school. I knew that I'd probably be unhappy, but I didn't have the guts to tell them no. And so I went to college, I got a job, I wasted years of my life, I wasted 50 years of my life there, and I wasted most of my time there. If that's a story you want to tell, that's your decision. I'm just telling you, yes, there's a chance you fail if you choose this path. But even if you're going to fail, at least it's going to be a fucking epic story to tell. And I just wish I can help as many people as I can just understand that when you're at a crossroads, you have to listen to yourself. Because you don't want to be the Michael Jackson who decided to become an accountant. Like, I don't know about you, but personally, I want to live the kind of life that's worth remembering. And whatever career you want to pursue, whatever dream you have, like today you have so many tools at your disposal. Like 100 years ago, you didn't have the internet. Learning stuff, you either had to find a mentor or find books, and it wasn't always easy. Books were not necessarily available. Mentors were not necessarily available. But today, no matter where you are, you have the internet. Like whatever you want to fucking learn, you can learn it anywhere in the world. You know, I wanted to do internet marketing, but they did not teach internet marketing at any local school. So online learning was my only option. And if you want to learn how to get success for yourself and teach yourself with online courses to become the type of person you want to become, subscribe. Because I test out all the most amazing online courses out there, and I'm going to tell you which ones are worth it, which ones are not worth it. I'm also going to help you through the process of learning online, from starting your learning journey to getting the dream job you want, to start the business that you want. I'm going to help you every step of the way because I've done it all. I've learned online. I've managed to pass interviews and get jobs with online courses. I've managed to find clients and get them to pay up to $85 an hour for my services. If you want to learn to do the same thing that I did and get that kind of results, subscribe now. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Take care.